And then, like I said, I just didn't know Jay's personality. And it was a time, and I'll give you an example, right? I had K Slay in the studio.
Yeah, you told me that, yeah.
No, I didn't know if I remember told you. And Jay was like, yo, be careful who you bringing in here, because what if I would have slapped the shit out the And I'm like, I didn't know. This is a word like, my mother.
Yo, rest in peace, K
Yeah,
Slay.
rest in peace.
That's another thing about Slay that I respected. Like, him and Jay had their differences, but Slay always with me.
See, when Cameron sat down and spoke on what it really was like joining Roc-A-Fella, he made it clear. Nobody gave him the blueprint. Not Dame, not Jay, nobody. He walked into that building thinking he was stepping into a well-oiled machine, only to realize he was stepping into some deep politics. On Talk with Flea, Cameron broke it down. He said when he first came to Roc-A-Fella, he wasn't trying to step on nobody's toes. He said he felt like the new guy just trying to fit in, the type to hold the door open or run to the store just to show that he belonged. That's how hungry he was. That's how much respect he had for what Dame and Jay had built. But the part that hit me was when he talked about not knowing Jay-Z's personality. He said Jay-Z pulled him aside one day at Baseline Studios after the whole old boy wave, just to tell him everything was cool. But you could tell Cam didn't really know where he stood in that circle yet. He was moving careful, trying not to cross any invisible lines. Now I'm about to play this clip for y'all, but before I do, I just need y'all to like, leave y'all thoughts down below in the comment section, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
When I came to Roc-A-Fella, I was at the point where I'm like, I'm coming into a scenario to where this is already laid out. This is done. These niggas is up. For me to even be a part of this is a big move for Dame even bringing me in. I'm very happy. So I always was like, and I'm exaggerating when I say this, but I'm like almost a slave. Like, can I hold the door for you? Yo, y'all niggas want something from the store? I'm on the store. Y'all niggas,
no, you was definitely grind mode when you first came around, for sure. I never take that away.
Right, and so I just, everything I did was like, we're not gonna fuck this up. And then, like I said, I just didn't know Jay's personality. And it was a time, and I'll give you an example, right? I had K Slay in the studio.
Yeah, you told me that,
No, I didn't know if I remember told you. And Jay was like, yo, be careful who you bringing in here, because what if I would have slapped the shit out the nigga? And I'm like, I didn't know. This is a word like, my mother.
Yo, rest in peace, K Slay.
Rest
like
in peace.
That's another thing about Slay that I respected. Like, him and Jay had their differences, but Slay always fucked with me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Me and Pap
Absolutely.
did a mixtape together, introduced me to Pap when Pap first was coming up. Used to always let me come on to bring my artists up to freestyle. So I always respected that about Slay. Like, he never threw me into the politics of what they had going on.
Right. But just I didn't know. But I knew K Slay had the drama hour where he's playing all the diss records. But it wasn't like he would play Nas records and not play Jay records. But I guess Jay was like, if you play Nas records,
don't play my shit. Yeah,
whatever. I didn't know that. So everything I did was like just basically trying to just make sure that I'm good. There was even a point where, like I said, the reason we did the New York City record, I guess, people was feeling the way Old Boy came out, it was doing good. And Jay pulled me Jay pulled me to the side and Baseline was like, yo, I don't know if it's tension or not tension. This, that, I just want to let you know, yo, we good, you doing your thing. I said, well, if Just got to beat up right now, he got to beat up.
Let's show him ain't no tension.
Right. So,
yeah, man. I look back in hindsight and be like, damn, if it never happened? You know what I mean?
100%. Absolutely.
It's always going to be that. But one thing I can say, even through the drama, like, I'm going to be all the way honest with you, because you one nigga I respect, because you had a lot of drama in this game.
Likewise.
And you stood on all 10. Like, you never folded, and I respect that about you, my nigga. Like, but when you don't fuck with a rapper, his music just become like, man, I ain't fucking with that shit no more.
Absolutely.
But I ain't gonna front, my G. When you drop Suck It or Not, I hated you.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, how this nigga gonna make this record when it's drama? He's supposed to have made this before.
Yeah, listen, you know what's crazy? I seen an interview with you one time, and you was reading some of my lyrics, and you was like, man, I don't know about this bullshit, and just threw the shit out.
I was bullshit. I was hating.
No, but
I was hating.
It was not. It had to be that. I understand. You had to be where you had to be at that time.
Yeah, it's team. At
that time,
it was a little tension, man. I'm glad we put that behind each other. To see y'all at the what was it? The B-Sides 2 concert? My G, man. Like that was on for the city. That was big, man.
That was super dope, man.
This whole Cam'ron and Roc-A-Fella story is one of them situations that really show you how deep the business side of hip hop gets. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't understand the room you're walking into, it'll feel like everybody else got the cheat code and you're just guessing. What Cam said about Dame not warning him about Jay-Z or how things moved inside the label was deep. But I don't look at it like a shot at nobody. That's just how business works sometimes. You learn that success isn't just about who co-signs you. It's about who prepares you for what's next. And most times, nobody does. They just hand you the opportunity and expect you to figure it out. If we're being real, Cam still turned that moment into gold. He built Dipset right under the Roc-A-Fella umbrella, dropped Come Home With Me, and gave the label one of the biggest eras. That's not luck. That's business sense. You can't fake that. He took whatever energy was in that building and flipped it into something that made him a household name. And here's the thing people overlook. Back then, Roc-A-Fella was one of the first labels really showing what equity in hip-hop looked like. Jay, Dame, and Biggs split ownership under Def Jam. That was rare at that time. It taught a whole generation that you could be an artist and a boss at the same time. Cam saw that model up close and ended up applying that same structure to his own moves later on. That's the part I respect the most. So when he says that Dame Dash didn't warn him, I think what he really means is he had to learn the business the hard way. He had to find out who he was without a middleman guiding him. And honestly, that's the best lesson any artist can get. Because if somebody's always telling you what to do, you never truly learn how to move for yourself. That's why I don't take sides here. Jay-Z, Dame Dash, Cam'ron, they all played their role in shaping hip-hop. Each one of them built something that still gets studied today. Jay-Z showed strategy, Dame showed hustle, and Cam showed independence. And when you combine all three of those, that's the formula for longevity in this game. Cam didn't leave Roc-A-Fella with bitterness. He left with blueprint knowledge. You can tell he learned how to build his own brand, own his own merch, launch his products, and move on his own time. That's not a failure. That's evolution right there. At the end of the day, this story just reminds me how important it is to keep learning the business side of what you love. You can't depend on people to explain everything to you. The game's always changing, and if you don't adapt, you get left behind. Cam learned that early and turned it into a whole empire. So let me ask y'all this. Do you think Dame Dash should have gave Cam more insight before he walked into that Roc building? Or do you think Cam needed to learn it firsthand to become the boss he is today? Let me know y'all thoughts down below in the comment section, and make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.